Hi, YouTube. This is Cha Cha from Sister Cousins, and it's October 25th. This is my second day back for radiation. I started back yesterday because I had been on a hiatus last week for 3 days. Wasn't feeling well from radiation. So I started back, and come to find out, I have less days to go than I thought. So that was a blessing. I have 6 more days of radiation. So I was happy to hear about that. Um, I just wanted to also emphasize the importance of ladies getting your mammograms. Early detection is key. It has been proven that 95 to 98% of women who discover their that they have cancer have a better chance of a longer lifespan. So please, please get your mammograms, and also learn how to self-exam. Self-exam as often as you need to, because had it not been for me knowing how to self-exam, um, my lump probably wouldn't have been found until later on. Um, get to know your bodies. I strongly suggest you get to know your body. I was lying in bed and just doing my self exam and discovered the lumps that were there. And um, it was so ironic. The month before, they were not there. That's how quick this came upon me. Um, April of 2015, uh, I had every month I was self exam. And 2014, I did not get a mammogram. I had been getting mammograms since I was 33 years old, and 2014 was the first year I had ever missed. I am now 46, and 2014 was my first year of missing my mammogram. 2015 came around, and I was like, man, I need to go get my mammogram. And but before I had gone to get the mammogram, I did my self exam like I normally do. And then I was like, whoa. April, I didn't feel anything. May, it was feeling, and I was like, hmm, that wasn't there before. Felt my other breast, and I was like, wow, that's another one. And, I knew that I was lumpy anyway, but these felt different. And so after waiting a period of time, because it was during the menstrual cycle, so after waiting through the menstrual cycle and a few days after, and the lumps were still there, I was like, something's not right. And so I began to set my appointments up very quickly. I told when I was making the appointment that what I had felt, and that's the first time I had realized that there are different types of mammograms. You have the standard mammogram that most women have, and then there's a diagnostic mammogram, which goes into really detail, and of course you get your diagnosis. So after that, after going in and beginning to take pictures, I knew something was not right. Had never been in the room taking pictures so long. And I was like, okay, they see something, something's not right. Had the biopsies done, which was very, very uncomfortable, and especially for my left side, which was the side that they found the cancer in. I had 2 lumps. One was invasive, and it had spread to the other lump. and they staged it as stage 1 cancer. So I found it pretty early. Uh, and it was so crazy because, you know, I hate how the insurance do these things where you have to go get a doctor's referral in order to get a mammogram. You know your body. So I had to go to my doctor again, which I just saw her in April, for her to tell me, well, for her to give me permission to go. And this is just crazy. It's not necessarily permission, but it's just a referral. Well, I guess it is permission, after thinking that through. Yes. So, she feels my breast and said, well, oh, you're lumpy anyway. And actually, this was a new doctor. And she said, oh, I don't think it's anything. And so I had it in my mind when she said that, oh, we're going to be back and forth because you're going to give me this referral to go to the doctor. So she said, well, I know you want to check on it. And I was like, absolutely. When I said, I know my body and these were not there. She was like, yeah, I know, but I don't think it's anything. Totally didn't pay her any attention. And that's another thing I wanted to stress to you. When you know something is not right, and somebody saying, oh, I don't think, stress to them, it's your body. You tell them you want a second opinion, or you just go get another opinion on your own. You don't have to tell them you getting a second opinion. You go get your own second opinion. Because when you know something is not right, and you know deep down inside, 9 times out of 10 you're right. So go with your gut instinct. So she went ahead and gave me the referral, and I go through the process of the biopsy and get my diagnosis and so on and so forth. And she calls me. My doctor calls me, and she just apologized, and she said, I'm so sorry that this happened to you. She said, I looked in your past records, and you were lumpy and so on and so forth. I said, yeah, I know, but I know that didn't feel like the lumps that normally were in my breast. So I know my body. And she just, oh, Miss Dickerson, I'm so sorry, and blah, 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 blah. By that time, I was like, you're fired. So, needless to say, I have not ever gone back to see her. Not only that, I have moved from Richmond, Virginia to North Carolina anyway. So, but my message is, ladies, go get your mammograms. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and you don't have to wait until October to get your mammogram. You get your mammogram every year. Whenever when it's time for you to go, you go. Do not wait. Do not hesitate, because this thing is serious. And I never would have thought. Well, whoever thinks, oh yeah, I'm gonna get cancer, I know it's coming. Mm-mm. It's just something that happens. It's nothing that you have done wrong. It's just, that's the card that was dealt to you. That's the hand that was dealt to you. So you take it with a grain of salt, and you live. You do the things that you need to do to live, and try not to get depressed about things. Be happy. That's my message. Be happy. Yes, it can get, I'm not going to say it has always been a happy point. It's been downright depressing at times. But I don't stay in that depression. I move on, because I know God is good, and God is a healer. And He has healed me from this. And I have the faith that it will never come back. So, you have to stand on what you believe. And that's what I do. I stand on what I believe. I know God has been good to me. God has brought through many, many challenges. You all just don't know the things that I have been through, and I don't look like what I've been through, and I thank God for that. So, you all just be blessed. Love one another. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your bodies, and go get your mammograms. Be blessed. Peace.